All right. One right there. And we are here. All right. So here we are, guys. This is I don't know what I want to call this. I don't know if this is an intro. I don't know. Oh, who we got here? Sam Garcia. All right, Sam. Give me a second. So I don't know if I want this to serve as a separate intro. I don't know if I want to piggyback this off of my Boss of Hair Loss episode, which is where I'm kind of leaning towards right now. Now, the difference between what this is going to be like, because this is essentially me looking to do more of a vlog type of style. I want you guys to really feel like you're here with me in everything that I do, whether it be performing S&P on a client, behind the scenes, business work, talking to different sponsors and stuff like that. Because what I wasn't able to do in the Boss of Hair Loss episode was make this feel a little more personal, a little more personable, really bringing you into my world. And there was a reason for that. And I'm going to let you know why. So the reason for that was because over a year ago, maybe over 2 years ago, we had a production company reach out to me and tell me that they loved what I was doing. They had no idea about scalp micropigmentation or even that it existed. But what they were doing was they were working on a reality TV show that included tattoo artists, permanent makeup artists. But they had no idea about scalp micropigmentation until they came across one of my videos through a friend of a friend. So they reached out, came up to the office, to the studio, and they shot a few episodes of me, little behind the scenes stuff like that, right? In preparation to pitch this, which nothing ever happened from it. But in talks with some of the producers, they told me, they kind of gave me the idea of, hey, you should create your own episode, your own online series, which was the birth of the Boss of Hair Loss episodes. But that was a little more scripted. Like I was working behind the scenes with that, with Kevin, my videographer, who helped me out tremendously with that. But we had absolutely no idea what we were doing because, again, we were trying to script this so that it somewhat fit that of a real reality TV show, so that we kind of had a little proof of concept, so that if another set of producers were to come across my content, we kind of gave them an idea, or we were able to build what they call now in the TV world or the film world a sizzle reel. But making those episodes require a lot of behind the scenes preparation. So, you kind of got to script this, or you got to develop a flow. When the client comes in, this is what you got to do, X, Y, Z. You also got to kind of prepare the client as well for, hey, we're going to sit you down here. We're going to ask you a couple of questions. And it just, sometimes it can be a little uncomfortable for the client. So it makes it more difficult to find a client that's willing to participate in something like that, where they're being directed to do certain things. So what I wanted to do was create something that was a little more raw, unscripted, and took you through the world of what it is genuinely being a scalp micropigmentation artist. What is it going to take? Now, I'm tempted to say through the eyes of what it takes to be a successful scalp micropigmentation artist, because I feel success is subjective. So some of us may think that, doing one client a month is a successful thing. And I'm not saying that it's not. But I don't want to say, this is a vlog series of the Boss of Hair Loss, myself, David Santiago, and my functions every day while I'm at Scalp Solutions, what I'm doing behind the scenes, creating content, networking events, everything that I'm doing to put myself out there as an S&P artist, but to also scale my business. So I'm going to say that this is my attempt to accomplish that, because there's a lot of artists, a lot of new artists that are coming into this industry that are being sold, they're being sold bullshit. And a part of me was very hesitant to do this, because it's kind of like, wow, I'm probably going to be exposing a lot of the industry. And I'm not saying that in a bad way, because I'm not looking to harm my industry. If anyone knows me, I've always done things to try and put the industry out there and advance it and create awareness to it. Hence why I even started the podcast, the Scalp Solutions podcast. But more to show you that it's really not as easy as they're making it seem to be a scalp micropigmentation artist, to be a businessman, to be an entrepreneur. It's really not. And I want to take you through that journey with me so that you truly understand what it really takes when you decide you want to become a scalp micropigmentation artist. Because you're not just going to take a fundamentals training and you're not going to make 6 figures your first year. Probably not going to make 6 figures your second year. Probably not going to make 6 figures your third year. But if you apply yourself correctly and you play the long game like most other industries, you can and will be successful. And I kind of want to take you behind the scenes of what it is that I'm doing to even stay relevant in the industry. Hopefully, some of my students that I do coaching calls with will allow me to get a little bit of content to show some of them that I'm working with behind the scenes, because they too invested a lot of money into training and did not receive the proper training that they needed to go forward and be successful as scalp micropigmentation artists. And as much as I want to change that by offering a different style of fundamentals training, I honestly don't know if I'll be able to do that in just 3 days. Now, I've been in this industry going on 7 years, since 2017, going into 18. And I've never really done group training. I've done a lot of one-on-ones, but not group. I've had a couple of friends reach out to me and ask for my help, some guidance, sometimes even coaching and consulting on the back end on some very successful S&P artists from a business perspective, of course. But I've never really done it. And then I tell you what, I'll be honest with you, and I'm probably going to get fucking bashed on this, is because 3 days is good. You can learn a lot depending on your instructor, right? There's very few, oh shit, man, there are very few that I feel that can really put you out into the industry after you do the training, the 3-day training, that you'll leave there with the confidence knowing that you'll be able to succeed in the industry. And I was always torn in between 3 days, maybe 5 days, and it's just the way it's being marketed now is almost like a get-rich-quick scheme. And it is turning into that for some trainers. And hey, kudos to them, make your money. But there are a lot of people out there that are investing good, hard-earned money and aren't learning what they should. And I did not want to be part of that problem. So I know right now I'm going off on a lot, hopefully not off tangent, but this is my attempt with this vlog to bring you an unscripted, raw, behind the scenes of what I'm doing so that I can remain relevant in the industry and I can be what most of you call a successful S&P artist. I'm not going to talk to you about how much money I'm making, because that is irrelevant right now. What I want you to focus on, what I want you to take out of these vlogs is what it is that I am doing, the hard work, the grind, the hours that I'm putting in so that I can be successful. And maybe at some point, as you see going along, I'll see how many clients I'll do in a day or in a week or in a month. You'll be able to put two and two together if you guys need a dollar value. I know a lot of us are driven by this whole, oh, you can be a six-figure S&P artist. You know, that's cool. I will tell you this, those days are over with. We're past we're past those days. When I first started, I just wanted to do one client. I wanted to make $3,000 a month. And I knew that was going to be enough to keep me alive. And what I mean by alive, I mean keep my business going, keep my doors open, the lights on. If I made $3,000, I lived to see another month of being an S&P artist with my own studio. So my expectations were very low. I still don't have incredibly high expectations. Now I'm just looking to stay relevant, stay busy. That being said, I am gonna go so like raw with this that I'm gonna show you what it truly means to be an entrepreneur. What I mean by that is that roller coaster of having a month where you make $30,000, maybe even $50,000, and then the following month, knowing what it feels like to just make maybe $5,000. And I'm not just saying $5,000. I'm not taking it like that's still a lot of money. I'm just trying to help you understand that trajectory, that roller coaster ride of what you too can potentially go on when you decide that this is what you want to do. You want this to be your career S&P artist. I want you guys to see that, and I'm going to be so raw and uncut with you, and I promise you that I'm going to keep it 100% real. Even on those months or those weeks where I have 0 clients, I'm going to come on here, I'm going to vlog this, I'm going to document it all so that you guys can see this, because I know there's some of you out there right now that are going through this and you're feeling like failures because social media has fed you a bunch of bullshit. A lot of fucking false gurus out there, false success stories out there, making it seem like everybody's making money. And now here you are, you can't get your first client and you're ready to throw the towel in. But I'm gonna show you the real, because there are days, there are weeks, sometimes even months that I too have felt like I wanted to throw the towel in. And the reality of it is this is the name of the game. This is what entrepreneurialism is. This is the roller coaster ride that you decide your crazy ass wants to embark on when you say you want to be an entrepreneur, not just S&P. I'm going to be coming at you from an S&P perspective, from an S&P artist perspective, and as a businessman perspective. And I'm going to give it to you raw. So I hope you guys tune in. I hope you guys get great value from what it is that I'm about to document. I think it's going to be no holds barred. I'm going to business, maybe even some personal stuff, just to show you how life is outside of the office, which these days hasn't been much, and it's cost me a lot. I'll get a little more into detail with that with further videos. But in the meantime, I'm going to close off with this. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is David Santiago. I am the owner and founder of Scalp Solutions. We are a non-surgical hair loss restoration clinic where we specialize in scalp micropigmentation. And if you are an artist who is thinking about becoming an S&P artist in this amazing industry, I want you to tune in, subscribe, because I'm going to take you on the roller coaster ride of reality, of what it really is to be an S&P artist. So I hope you guys enjoy this and you guys get a whole shit ton of value, because that's all I want to provide you guys with, and some encouragement, because I know some of you guys are going through it right now, but I want to show you that as long as you stick with it, you're going to be all right. So this is going to be vlog number 1 of being the boss of hair loss.